Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make my easy homemade rosemary focaccia. I am a huge focaccia lover. It makes the most delicious sandwiches, and it's truly a treat to have a slice of it alongside a bowl of hot soup. We're gonna start by making our dough here in our stand mixer by pouring in 3/4 of a cup of warm water. Next, we'll add in 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. Next, we'll add in a 1/2 tablespoon of salt, and then a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, and a 1/2 tablespoon of instant dry yeast. Make sure you're using instant yeast for this, as there's no proofing of the yeast required. Next, we're gonna add in our flour, and I always start with 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Just pour that on in. You may have to add in a little bit more flour, and that depends on a lot of things like the weather and how much humidity is in the air. But you just wanna make sure that you have enough flour so that you don't have too sticky of a dough, but you want it to be a really soft dough as well. So we'll get this mixing. You wanna mix it and increase the speed slowly until the dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl. Once your dough is formed, cover the bowl with a tea towel and let it rise for an hour to an hour and a half. Once your dough has risen, pull it out of the bowl and quickly shape it into a loaf. Kind of just pull the tops and wrap it around the bottom until you have a nice round disc. Then we'll flatten out the disc, and I just kind of squish it with my fingers. Make sure you get the center as well, and place it onto a lightly greased baking sheet. Set it right there in the center. Next, we're gonna get our hands a little messy. Take a little more extra virgin olive oil and drizzle it over the top. And then I'm gonna use my fingers to spread out that olive oil and make little indentations all over the top, and the bread will spread out even more. Next, we'll top our bread with our flavorings. In this case, we're using rosemary, sea salt, and pepper. Get our rosemary on there. I'm using dried rosemary. Freshly ground sea salt and freshly ground pepper. And then I like to kind of pat it in to make sure there's still indentations and that all those seasonings stick to the dough. This recipe is easily doubled or tripled, and you may want to because this is really good. Next, we'll bake this in a 425-degree oven for 20 minutes. Serve it up with a bowl of soup, turn it into a delicious sandwich, or just eat it plain. Leave a comment and let me know how you're gonna eat it. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my channel, where you can find more than 150 restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.